Welcome,
Welcome, welcome,
welcome to the J.O.
welcome to the
Show.
JO
Welcome
Show.
to the J.O.
Welcome to
Show.
the JO Show.
Welcome,
Welcome, welcome,
welcome to the J.O.
welcome to the JO
Welcome
Show.
to the J.O.
Welcome to the JO
Thumbs up or thumbs down, handle yours. Cause the topics I discuss opens doors like open pores. My mission have you wanting more, and this is for people all across the board. So if you're sick of the same old statistics from talking heads with their old style of logistics, I suggest that you just let go and give a listen to the JO Show.
Welcome,
Welcome,
welcome to the J.O.
welcome to the JO
Welcome
Show.
to the J.O.
Welcome to the JO Show.
Welcome, welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the JO Show.
Welcome to the J.O.
Welcome to the JO Show.
What up, though, man? It's your boy. It's your boy, JL. This is the JL Show Unedited. We talk music, we talk movies, we talk sports, we talk entertainment, and we damn sure talk all things Cleveland. But we also talk real. This is a show where we talk about just about everything. Just because I name some things don't mean we don't talk about everything. But look, if them look. If that shoulder don't roll when you see this, hey, if that shoulder don't roll when you hear this, hey, you are a hater. You are a hater. Hey, listen. On this show, we talk about a lot of things. I know I mentioned movies, music, entertainment, sports, and all that, but we also just talk real, man. That's what we do here. What up, though? What up, though, man? It's your boy. It's your boy, J.O. This is the J.O. Show Unedited. Like I said, if you clicked on this, man, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate it, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, ring that bell, open the notifications. We are streaming on multiple platforms right now. We are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, and we are on Twitch. We are on Facebook at the JL Show, one word, unedited. We are on YouTube at the JL Show, one word, unedited. We are on Twitch at the JL Show, unedited, one word. Listen, I'm trying something new here, man. Real Talk Wednesday. And if you're tuned in right now, and if you are, listen, please still feel free to leave your comments like you always know. If you have been watching the show and keeping up what we've been doing as far as sports, when you leave your comments, I will display them and we'll talk about them. That's what it is. This is the JL Show Unedited. But when I started this whole being a podcaster, you know what I mean? I said that I wanted to be, authentic. I wanted to be real, open, you know what I mean? Let you guys see a little bit. I know you nosy, so I can't give you all of it, but I do know that, when I jump on here and I'm just talking sports and everything else, but sometimes it's better to just be open because as I watch my platform grow and as I want it to continue to grow, I don't want people to just get stuck on me just talking sports and entertainment and movies and stuff. I also talk real, you know what I mean? I also open up about things that I've dealt with and are dealing with, you know what I mean? And hopefully at the end of all this, I may help somebody. You just never know. But if you're reading the top, it says fatherhood, Real Talk Wednesdays. And it's for fellas and for the lady too, but I'm really talking to the fellas, man. Like it's better to talk it out. I've learned as I'm getting older that the more you keep things in and you keep it to yourself, at some point it's going to explode and it's not going to be a good result. 9 out of 10 times it won't be a good result. If you want to go back, go back in time on the JL Show. When I first started this, I had an episode called Being Different, when I opened up about, me being born with a birth defect and, how it affected me, coming up. And I also talked about, my relationship with my son, and the episode is called Deal With It. If you ever want to just go back in time in the archives, man, check those episodes out. That was the beginning stages of the JL Show Unedited. You feel me? But I haven't spoken on, where I am now with, my relationship with, my son and, to kind of cliff note the first time I spoke on it, I have been removed, from my son for about 7-8 years, from to say 6 to about 13, and he was like 13, getting ready to turn 14. But from that span, from 6 to 13, 14, I had no clue. I had no clue where my son was. No communication, no anything. Now listen, this was not by choice. This is not by choice. I might not have been, the best partner to my son's mother, but as a father, from the moment you said I was pregnant till about 6, I was there. Hands down, no denying it. Me and my son had a great relationship. We had a great relationship. You know what I mean? And then boom, the gap happened. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't have, I don't really have the real info of why, for that long of a time I was unable to see my child. You know what I mean? I don't know. But for whatever reason, I knew that for me, I had to be a father. Regardless, I still got to be a father. I'm not going to just say, oh, well, you took him. Peace. I just couldn't do that. My family wouldn't let me do that. The people around me wouldn't let me do that. You know what I mean? And I fought. You know what I mean? I fought through the system. It took me a while. And that I blame myself. I mean, that's something that I deal with to this day. It took me a minute to kind of get on my feet to be in a position to address this issue that I was having with not being able to see my child. I just wasn't right. I wasn't in the best position. You know what I mean? And as years kept going, it kept digging in me that, I'm not only fighting for this opportunity to, get my child, but I'm also fighting to get back on my feet. When I left high school and, I did a year in college, all I knew honestly was sports. I ain't gonna cap. Like, all I knew was sports. You know what I mean? I was well educated, but college, I knew I had to go there to potentially, chase my dream of going to the NFL. But long story short, left college with a different perspective on how life can kind of humble you. You know what I mean? When you go from being the shit, so to speak, to you just one of the guys. And me being young, dumb, and not understanding the opportunity that was in front of me, I let that get to me. So when I came home from there, like, I'm not going to compare it to a soldier coming home from war. I would never do that. I would never disrespect what you guys go through. Never. But for me coming home like that, it really fucked with my psyche. Like, it fucked with my psyche to the point where I was incapable of like kind of holding down a job because I didn't know nothing about work. I came home, I'm 19, 20, never worked in my life. It was all sports. So I'm learning how to process failure in that department. And at that time, I didn't have a child. So, I'm just trying to fight my own battles to get myself to where I know I'll be comfortable at, you know what I mean? But then years go by. By the time I turn 25, I now have a child. And changed my life completely. To where at this point now I'm understanding how life works a little bit. I ain't like a genius because I'm still 25, 26. You know what I mean? So I still don't know everything. And I still don't. I'm 41 years old. I don't know everything. No one does. But I'm taking the training wheels off again, so to speak, and I'm trying to get myself back into it. And I know that now it's not just me. I have this person to think about. And I went through that stage from, hearing the words I'm pregnant and then seeing the birth and then seeing him come from a baby to 1 to 2 to 3 to walking to talking to running to riding a bike to throwing a ball, and then poof, it just disappears. And don't forget, I'm still fighting my own demons, but now I got this person. You know what I mean? So when that happened, I'm like, Oh, okay. Didn't think it would last as long as it did, and it did. And again, I blame myself a lot for that. Like it killed me that I wasn't in the best position to do what I did sooner. So boom, we transferred to now. You know what I mean? 4 years ago, just about 4 years ago, almost 5, 4 years ago, 4.5, whatever. I finally break through with getting rights to my son. Like finally. And in that span, you know, I was seeing him here and there, and you know, but to finally like have him and to bring him with me and take him somewhere and take him to the family, because everybody missed him, and you know, introducing him to the new family I'm trying to create. And you know, it was so like hurried for me to where, you know, I didn't have that real moment to kind of figure out who this guy is again. And I never thought about it, because what I thought was, I finally got him. You know? So as years went on, you know, and I'm talking about this 4-year span now, this new 4-year span, I'm literally learning my child all over again. And he's now 13, 14, think he's grown. I don't know what he's been through. I kind of have an idea, but I would never know. He never opened up to me about what he was literally going through, but I had an idea. So, you know, never having, like, another thing that I blame myself with is that never having this opportunity to really know who he was and find out who he is now before I branch him off to people that I know better than him, unfortunately. You know, I have people in my life now that I've, you know, gotten to know better than him. I mean, it was 7-8 years. So I'm trying to push this look, I got him. Like, I'm pushing that out, and not having the chance to really, excuse me, something in my eye, man. Like, really not having a chance to, like, really dive into what's been going on and where we are in life. And it backfired on me. Because again, I'm so focused on just the fact that I got him, I don't want to lose him again. And then my son started doing things that, quite frankly, I was shocked and surprised and embarrassed and like, holy shit. There were things that he did that I just was like, what the, like, where did this come from? But I didn't know what to do. You know? As a parent, I'm just trying to figure out who this guy is. And it took me forever to do that. But now that I had him for the last 4.5, I'm learning patterns, and I'm like, holy shit. But yo, I'm so afraid of losing him again that I let him kind of get away with the shit. Yeah, I'm taken back, like, what the? But I'm also like, what can I do? What can I do? You know, I got advice so many times, like, you know, he ain't had nobody put their hands on him. I'm like, yeah, that's a fact. I know that. But I was so scared that if I did that, I'll lose him. Because I'm thinking about myself and the relationship I got with my pops. And if I was to just be separated for 8 years and then having the worst things possible said about you, and then, you know, we just kind of reunite, and you just, you know, think you about to just come in here and just pull weight, that ain't gonna happen. That's how I'm thinking. So I literally let my son get away with, like, everything but murder, to the point where it affected everything that I had going on and have going on. And I'm sitting here on one end because I'm a parent. Like I'm not just a guy with a child. Like I am a parent. And as a parent, you don't want to think the worst of your child. Ever. Ever. But you see it. But in my position, I'm just learning it just like everyone else. Like I'm just as shocked and blown away as everyone else. But the difference is I just got him. I mean, 4 years is a long time, but it's not. It's just not. So what do you do? What do you do? I don't know if there's anybody out there that has ever been in this situation. And you're trying to kind of start over with your child. What do you do? You know, my fiance said some real shit when I asked her. I said, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, oh, I need help. How can I? I don't know. How can you give someone advice either if you're not really going through it? How can I honestly, you know, take advice? And I know that there's people that just haven't been through this and they're just trying to help out in any way. And I understand that. And I definitely appreciate everything, you know, that I've heard through these years, you know, trying to figure things out with my son. But, you know, I'm trying to figure out if you've never been through it though. If you've never been through it though. And I have to think about that moving forward. About how can you, you know, really give someone advice on something that you've never been through? Even when it's the person that you love the most, how without creating a blow up? Because I'm on the defensive. Because I really want you to just understand that I'm going through something that's crazy, you know what I mean? But I need help, you know? Like I ain't gonna lie, I don't know everything. Like, you know, single moms, y'all excuse me, y'all the truth. Like, you're the truth. And y'all have that instinct already of nurturing, excuse me. So, but y'all the truth. I kind of felt like a single dad, but I was like, I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm about to wing it. And it wasn't a good idea. Like, it just wasn't a good idea to where now I'm having, you know, I'm having to put myself in a position where I still got to make sure that, you know, me and the surrounding is still okay. Because at the end of the day, I know that I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. And I've done everything I'm supposed to. Like, you feel me? I'm doing everything I'm supposed to, and I've done everything I'm supposed to. You know, I think about me and my pop relationship. It's like, and I love my father, but that dude is stuck in his way. So it's like we bump heads because, you know, we're still, you know, I understand to honor thy mother and thy father. But I want my father to realize that little boy, that little young man, he gone. I'm grown. And things happen, things come up. I'm not always available. And you can't get the flipping and doing all that. Cause I don't have to hear that. I'll let you I'll let you cool down. Now I'll let you on the flip. But see, when I think about that with me and my father, and I'm thinking about me and mine, it's like I never wanted that. I wanted us to be tight as shit. Like, you know what I mean? Tight as shit. Thick as thieves. You feel me? Listen, we're on multiple platforms right now. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch. The boys just opening it up, man, about, you know, life, because life is real. And I hope if, you know, someone's listening to this, I really hope that you know, it helps, because at the end of the day, you got to know that you've done the best that you can do. That's anybody. That's a mother, that's a father. Like, you have to know that at the end of the day, you've done the best that you can do. And, you know, this day and age, it's different. These kids are different. Like, true statement. They just different. And you know, you gotta know how to deal with that. You gotta know how to be, you know, a chameleon and being able to adapt to every situation. And you know, sometimes I fall short of that. And I'm honest to admit that. You know, I fall short of, you know, things that should be done when I'm thinking about the long-term effects, instead of just thinking about the now. Because you can lose the now thinking about the long term. You won't even be able to get to the long term if you don't address the now. So I'm working on addressing the now. I'm working on moving forward, knowing that, you know, at some point, you know, me and my son would get to a point where we understand each other, you know. We understand each other, because I ain't going nowhere. Like, you know, I'm going to continue to be a father and be a dad and, you know, make mistakes and you know, sometimes be stuck in my ways about my mistakes and try to, you know, talk my way out of them. But no, I eat those mistakes, and then, you know, I digest them, and then I fix the ones that are fixable. Because still, there's some that can't be fixed. You know, you've made the mistake and it's just like, it's unfixable. But then there are those that you can fix. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna weed those out, and I'm gonna get those addressed. And you know, I'm gonna do my thing, man. Because this is what it is. This is a man opening up. Ain't nothing wrong with it, fellas. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with it. Matter of fact, it helps. You know what I mean? It's I ain't gonna be cliche with the therapeutic, but it just helps. You know what I mean? But I didn't want to be on here long. Again, if you missed this or you missed any other episode, you can still go on YouTube and Facebook and catch those episodes. On Twitch, they stay up about 7 days and then they're gone. But this the JL Show Unedited. You feel me? Make sure y'all hit that like. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe. We're gonna be right back at you on Friday, talking some Browns and some Guardians as they try to come back home and even the series. Tough couple of losses for the Guards. Left too many men on base. Left too many people on base. But I'm gonna leave that for Friday. But yeah, just want to get on here because, again, like I said, this is the JL Show Unedited. When I first started this, when I first decided that I wanted to be doing this type of, you know, talk, I said that I would talk about any and everything. You know what I mean? And that was just my spiel on my any and everything. And I'm gonna try to keep this going like every other Wednesday, and hopefully more people check in with this and you know, open up. You know, you ain't gotta tell your life story, but you know, there's things that us men that we hold in that maybe you just want to get off the chest, or maybe you just want to hear what the hell I got to say. You know what I mean? Either way, you know what I mean? I've always felt like as men, we gotta do better to talk the shit out. You know what I mean? And it's just too many times where we don't talk it out and shit go left. And that's just life, not parenting, not anything, just life. You know what I mean? Talk to somebody. You know what I mean? You know who will listen and who just gonna try to tell you to hit the blunt. Like, I should hit the blunt. Like, you know, but you know the ones that's gonna listen to you who ain't. So be open, man. Be open to talk. You know what I mean? Be open to change. Change is good. It is. Although it's scary at times, and you know, you try to figure out if changing is the best thing to do. Sometimes it just is. You wouldn't even know it though until you do it. So what do? having some technical difficulties over here, as per usual. This is the JL Show Unedited, you feel me? Trying to sign out here because I got so much that I want to say, but I got to save it. I got to save it for Friday. Shout out to the boy EP, man. Like, been holding it down, man. Been appreciating
电
everything.
量过
Keep
低
been doing，that
请
stuff.
充
You know
电。
what I mean? We just gonna get out of here. This is the JL Show Unedited. I'm having some technical difficulties, man. You just heard the Chinese lady say it's time to go. So I'm out of here.